The first thing you notice when you wake is the strange rocking sensation that was not there before. You open your eyes and you find yourself in a long, thin room. There are no windows. It seems to be made of solid wood, and there is only one small lantern in a corner to give you light. What do you do?
I feel around for change.
Are we all in the same room?
You are all in the same room. And you are not bound. But you do notice that you do not have your gear with you.
Okay. Skye goes for the lantern.
Okay. And what do you do with it? It's just sort of about halfway up the wall. Room's about 10-ish feet tall.
I don't know. Probably just grabs it, tries to grab it, hold on to it.
Okay. It's not welded to the wall, it's just sort of hung on a hook there, so it's pretty easy for you to grab.
Good. I don't know. This seems important.
You gonna introduce yourselves to each other?
This guy's just gonna stare awkwardly at everyone.
I stare back.
We're off to a great start. Are you looking around? Are you trying to figure things out? What you doing?
Folx will take a meditative position and try to, listen for any odd noises.
Okay. So, I'll need you to make a perception check for me then. I assume you're listening for things.
Where the hell did I put my d20?
I'm sorry?
Oh no.
There we go.
Already technical errors.
No, I'm just blind.
I guess I'll make a perception check as well.
15.
Okay. 15? You hear distantly some footsteps. You're not sure how many people are here, but they are distinctly coming from above you.
How long is this room again?
The room is... Shoot. It's 50 feet long, and it is 15 feet wide.
Pretty big room.
It's a big room.
I'm going to make an attempt to see if I can see down the end of the room.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Alright. Now, it's a d20.
Just roll your d20 and then add your perception modifier.
Alright. I'm supposed to be very Oh, I have to add the bot, don't I?
Yes.
Okay. I got it.
It's okay.
There we go. Alright, and then perception is +4, so that's 17.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Despite how dark it is, you can tell that this room, the wall in front of you, is a slightly different material than the walls around you. It's all wood, but it's a different shade of wood. So whoever built this room built that wall last. And did you also make a perception check, Kim? I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
Okay, what did you roll?
I got a 14.
Okay, and were you just looking sort of around the room?
Yeah, just sort of around the room, trying to get a general idea of things.
Okay. Then you notice about the same as Jay, and both you and Jay, Gawain,
Gawain, yes.
notice just some sort of bits and pieces of very thin, almost balsa wood like planks, very small, no bigger than like a credit card, just sort of laying about, like someone had tossed them in here and forgotten about them.
Okay.
You also both notice that there does not appear to be a door.
Okay, that was my next thought. Looking for a door, exit of some kind.
Just
Drake,
sort of
where's
along that
door?
wall.
Is there anything on the floor?
I said there were the just very small wooden planks just sort of scattered about, but the floor looks like it's built out of the same wood as the 3 walls, but not the wall in front of you.
Okay.
Alright, Folks will ask them.
Say that again?
Folks was gonna ask Gawain and Skye. So you find anything yet?
What?
Nothing with this weird wall over here.
Weird wall.
Yeah, there's something weird going on.
It's different from the other walls and the rest of the wood in the room, as far as I can tell.
Also, there don't seem to be any exits.
I need you all to make a wisdom check for me.
22.
Say that again?
22.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, no.
Wisdom.
So, Folx remembers coming down as they were traveling. They entered a village, and at some point, they remember a strange smell and a cloth going over their mouth. And then nothing until this moment.
Hi, Shillelagh.
I love the smell of chloroform in the morning.
It's a great way to start the day.
Hi, Shillelagh, who's been kidnapped.
Say that again, Strider?
Hi, Shillelagh, who's been kidnapped.
It seems you've been kidnapped, yes.
Hold on.
Also, a bit of like character knowledge for the other players. Despite the Scottish sounding, I think you would all know that that is distinctly a dwarven accent for whatever reason from this human.
Okay. Interesting. So was that check just for him? Is anybody else going to remember anything?
The rest of y'all didn't roll high enough. Especially not poor Skye.
What was the number?
It was gonna actually, what was your roll? I see your roll, but what was
it's a 13 plus 2, so 15.
Oh yeah, you would have also 15 was the number. You also would have remembered coming into the village that you normally go to to just sort of sell off things and barter and trade.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, you also remember, the strange smell, the cloth going over your mouth, and then nothing.
I guess I've also been kidnapped. That's the conclusion I'm going to come to.
I assume it's reasonable to...
I clearly came here by choice.
We have odd places that you're interested in going.
Are you still going along the wall, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look around
roll
for
an
any...
investigation check for me, then.
Okay. I'm guessing everything's a D20, right?
Yes, any
Yeah,
check would
pretty
be a D20.
Okay.
The only time you won't roll a
Any
d20
check,
is...
any combat roll will be a d20.
Oh, I forgot the roll command. Yeah.
Anytime you don't roll a d20 is probably for, like, damage or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh!
Savage.
Okay. Immediately, you spot a small gap between two of the boards where the rest of the wall seems perfectly flush. This, when you peek through, you see a small bar, almost like a deadbolt or a latch. Something is keeping this section closed. It seems you might have found a door.
Do you see anything?
I see a little latch in here. I'm going to try to reach my finger in here, see if I can get to it.
Your finger's far too wide.
Damn.
We don't have any of our gear.
Nobody has nimble fingers in here?
Not quite nimble, but...
I mean, I don't know.
You might be able to get one of those slips of wood through, though.
Well, then let's do that.
Yeah, let's go grab one of those.
What do I roll?
Alright, roll... let's just do a basic dex check for this.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Well.
Damn.
Okay.
Without any effort at all, you take the tiny, thinnest little slip of wood you can find, and you stick it just under the latch, and you jiggle it up a bit, and it goes. Without any real noise at all.
Holy shit.
Probably did that with your eyes closed.
Yeah, they actually did do it with their eyes closed.
Right. Success. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do that thing.
Okay.
We go.
Alright, so
We
you push the door open, and because this was basically built as a false back to a room, the door sort of scratches against the wooden floor, and you find yourself in what appears to be the cargo hold of a ship.
Well, ship.
There are crates and barrels and just sort of sacks of things piled on top of each other. It seems that this false back was either made for the smuggling of goods, or, in your case, the smuggling of people. And on the far end of the room, you see a singular staircase going up, and two doors on either side of it.
Can I do an investigation check on those crates?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. One sec.
Okay.
That's plus 3.
Okay.
So
14.
14.
You sort of lift what you can. Some of the crates are nailed down. You can't quite lift the tops off, but those you can, you find things like brick, salted meats. Others have like bricks of dried tea leaves that have been packed for travel. Just sort of basic things that you would find on a trade ship.
None of my stuff.
None of your stuff.
Yeah, that figures.
Is that just the crates?
That was
Yes.
the crates.
Alright. I want to investigate the sacks.
Okay. Go ahead and do a check for me.
I'm going to do this round my first try.
Go, go, go. Hell yeah.
And
Nice.
it's a +0 for me for investigation. So
Still,
19.
the bot is nice to
Yeah.
you. The sacks are labeled flour, sugar. These are basically just dried foodstuffs, again, that are being transferred either between nations, between continents, but it's again, the basic trade goods.
So still none of our stuff.
Still none of your stuff.
And folks,
Okay.
we'll check the
Now,
barrel.
Strider, check the barrels.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I rolled a 2 and I have a -1 modifier.
Oh,
my
no.
God.
You fall into the barrel.
You cannot seem to get the barrels open. You pry and pry at the cork, and it just will not come off. And you
Can I
cannot
roll?
tell what anything smells like through the wood. It just smells like wood.
You just see folks just struggling like if the wine cork is just...
Can I roll to help?
You can roll to help.
Also, Strider, can you write out your character's name so I know how to pronounce it?
Yes. Oh, well,
That's a little better. You managed to finally pry a cork off,
Thank you.
but it you're just hit with this very tart, vinegary, alcohol-y smell. You have found the booze they were carrying.
Oh, hell yeah.
alright, I want to take the booze. I want to take as much of it as I can possibly carry.
You're gonna take an entire barrel with you. Can you carry that?
Probably not, but Skye's gonna try.
Make a strength check for me.
Good. That's a -1.
You just cannot.
Didn't even roll.
Oh.
She's working
Yeah.
on it. Oh, she
No,
was.
I have a -1 modifier.
Oh, okay.
Watch the dental 20.
We'll make a mental note for this one for later.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
18!
Oh my god! So you stuff the cork back in so nothing spills out, and you just sort of wrap your arms as much as you can around this barrel and lift with your knees, and you're wobbling a bit because this is a heavy barrel. It's quite large. It's about half your size. Tall, you know how tall it is, and it is full to the brim of this ale, mead. You're not sure what it is, and you just sort of have to go one step at a time. But you're carrying it.
But can you walk with it?
Walking,
Okay, Skye
yes.
puts the barrel back down.
Okay. Dunk!
I'll buy you a drink when we get into town.
Gawain was impressed. For sure.
Okay, there was it a set of stairs, another door? I'm sorry, I can't remember.
There is a staircase, and on either side of the staircase there are 2 doors. There is a door. So there's 2 rooms.
Okay.
Okay. Skye's gonna head to the stairs, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, we gotta explore.
Gawain's
Okay.
can just follow along. Just
Well-
lurking in the background.
Folks will stay right behind Skye.
Alright. So are you going up the stairs? Or are you checking out the 2 rooms? What are you doing?
Let's check out the 2 rooms.
Okay. Do you go to the door on the left first, or the door on the right?
Let's do the door on the right.
Okay. You open it. It was not locked. Apparently no one expected anyone to get out of that room you were in.
Shocker.
And so when you open it, you find piled there, the taller stuff sort of shoved into this just empty barrel that they happen to have, your gear. Apparently they were
Holy shit.
keeping it to sell it off at a later date.
Everyone on gear is here.
With the
Hey,
place.
friend.
Okay. I'm just gonna say Skye grabs their gear.
Okay.
Gawain's gonna get his stuff too.
Folks take a while because there's quite a bit of gear, but yeah, eventually he gets everything.
Yeah, Gawain has to look for a lot of his many items, but eventually gets all of it.
Alright.
Skye hugs their teddy bear very tightly.
You see that a lot of Folks' gear kind of look like small vials, little bits of things that look like poison or like small orbs that may crack on impact and stuff. Very unusual things. They almost look like alchemical items.
What are all of those? I just realized I don't know either of your names. What are your names?
Folks. Folkswampa.
I'm Gawain. Just Gawain.
I'm Skye Brightwood. It's very nice to meet both of you.
Skye Brightwood. Just Gawain. Nice to meet both of you.
No just. Gawain.
Just? No just?
Okay.
Make up your mind already.
Oh. I can see how this is going to be already.
Could be worse.
You're right. So what are you carrying around with you, Folks?
Oh, it's just my tools.
Lots of vials there.
Right? Stuff that Master taught me how to make. Acid, smoke bombs, antitoxins, potions. You know, the basic stuff.
Are you a scientist as well?
I don't know what a scientist is.
Oh. Well, that's okay. Still very nice to meet you. We should probably get going.
I like
Okay.
the sound of that idea.
At this point, I need you all to roll stealth checks.
Yep.
Okay.
Figured that was going to happen sooner or later.
I think I'm a stealthy boy. I am a stealthy boy.
15 plus 5.
Okay.
11 plus 1.
Oh god.
Oh no.
A 3 plus
Oh, no.
2, so a 5.
I thought you were a stealthy boy.
Not stealthy enough.
So, Folks and Skye managed to sort of make their way out of the room and up the stairs without any issue.
Wait, no, I want to check into the other room.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
That's fine. So you sort of make your way out. There is a slight creak when Gawain steps on a particular spot of a board. But
Oh,
nothing happens. Possibly because that's just sort of a thing that happens on a ship. Stuff gets creaky. So no one appears to have paid it any mind at this point.
This point. Okay.
So you make your
Do
way
I see anything
into
in the other room?
the left room. This is also not locked. And you go in, and you see 3 small chests. One that is painted bright red, probably freshly painted, new thing. There's another one that's sort of a faded green. It's been here a while. Some of the metal around the border is a little rusted. And then there's another one that is unpainted. Looks the oldest of the bunch. So what do you do?
Skye would go up and try to open them. Do any of them open?
They will all open. It takes a little bit more to get the faded green one and the unpainted one open because some of the metal on the hinges has rusted a bit, and it makes a little bit of a noise when you do.
Okay.
All right.
What is inside?
All right. Inside the red one is a small, heavy-looking pouch of what appears to be coin. You're not sure how much or of what kind, but it is a pouch of coin.
Okay.
In the faded green one, there are 3 pouches, also apparently of coin. Not as much as that first one, but there are still coins in there. And then there is also, just sort of laying in the middle of them, a small silvery ring with a bluish stone set into it. And then in the unpainted one, you find a handful of jewels. There are 3 sapphires, 2 opals, and then there are 4 sort of round, plain gold bracelets. And then there is another small sack, smaller than the other ones, and with less coin. But there's another sack of coins.
Okay. Skye is going to take the ring and nothing else.
Okay.
Suppose I'll put that in my inventory.
Okie doke.
Folks will pocket everything else. For now.
Okay.
Gawain doesn't feel so sure about taking anything. He doesn't have a lot of need for these trinkets anyway.
Well,
Amazing.
Folks' thought right now is they tried taking us, so I don't feel bad about taking anything from them.
Okay, I'm gonna need you all to roll another stealth check.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice. You are the stealthiest of ninja boys.
14 and 15.
Okay.
12 plus 2, so 14.
Okay, that's much better.
Much better.
So you all make your way back out of the room that you have freshly ransacked. Do you close the doors on your way out?
Skye will.
Okay. And are you going to make your way upstairs at this point?
Can they go back and close the initial door too?
Sure, you can go do that.
Yes.
Again, there's that sort of scraping sound. But you see at this point, there is a small sort of circular cutout in the wood that at this point does not match the grain.
Sorry, does not match the...
It looks like it's made out of the same wooden material, but the way it's set at this point, the grain does not go the same way as everything else.
Okay, that's pretty weird, but I don't really know what to do with that.
Fair enough.
Guys, the woods is weird.
Do you want
I
to
want to take a closer look at that.
Okay, make an investigation check.
13, 0, so 13.
Okay. When you touch it, it turns and you notice that the little latch you had unlocked before moves with it. So it's the locking mechanism, and when it is fully locked, it goes the same way as the grain of the wood.
Let's put that back in the locked position. So it looks undisturbed. And is that all we want to do in this room?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm all for getting out of here.
Investigated it,
Yeah,
ransacked it, got our stuff back.
Yeah, I'm cool getting out of here.
Okay. So you make your way back to the stairs. Very slowly and very quietly, you make your way up them. And you notice that the sounds of footsteps are a little clearer now. You make your way out onto what seems like a very long hallway with multiple doors on either side. And in some of them, you hear very heavy, almost like pacing footsteps. Like someone is pacing up and down whatever room is behind the doors. He is apparently not in the best of moods.
Are any of the doors open? Or is it just...
No, they are... Well, no, sorry. The one closest to the stairs is open.
Okay.
On the left. That one is open.
Okay, I have a bad feeling about trying to mess with that, so can I roll to sneak past?
Yes, everyone make another stealth check.
Folks will pull out a strange-looking sharp object that kind of looks like a star.
Okay.
And have it ready in case something goes wrong.
18 plus
17.
2, so 20.
Okay.
And Folks' stealth was 21.
Okay. You all make your way.
Bunch of stealthy motherfuckers.
Good. So you all make your way down the hallway. Do you stop at any of the doors to listen? Do you try to open any of them?
I'd like to listen at the doors.
Okay.
Okay.
Make a perception check. Is this at every door or just the first one you sort of come to?
I'd like to investigate all of them, so that's 18 plus 4, so 22.
Okay. The first door you come to on your left, the open one, looks like it opens up into a kitchen sort of area with a long table with several just plain old regular wooden stools. There's no one in there at the moment. But the next door you come to, you hear whispered conversations and between two people, both distinctly male, sounding one has a very deep sort of gruff voice, and the other has a higher, reedier voice. And you hear the gruff one saying, "I really don't think we should have taken those 3 people. I don't think it's a good idea. The captain is going to get himself into a world of hurt with those kinds of people. You saw the stuff we took off that one of them." And the other one says, "Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We took it away from them. No one's ever gotten out of that room before. We'll take them to Duriaspea and it'll be fine. We'll get our money and we'll be good."
The temptation to open the door is strong.
Please, nobody open this door.
I'm not going to. Skye wouldn't. But, I want to. 'Cause that would be fucking funny.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm also tempted.
If you all even reach your hand to this door, Gawain is gone. He's just gone.
Split the party. No, please do not. You come to the next one, and you see that this is the last room on the left, which is strange because there's many more on the right side than there are on the left. But through this door, you hear those heavy-sounding footsteps of someone pacing.
Not gonna mess with that either.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going.
Just gonna
Okay,
keep
keep going.
moving on.
There's another set of stairs. Are you going to go back and listen to the other side, or are you just going to go up the stairs?
I think we go up the stairs.
Okay, make another stealth check for me.
That is 15.
14.
RP Bot is nice to y'all. What was this about having bad luck, Strider? I don't believe you.
Don't say it.
Don't you challenge. Don't challenge them.
And so you make your way up the stairs, quietly, silently. And you come up to the top deck of what looks like a ship. And that would explain the sort of rocking motion. You're parked in the water. There are no other ships around you. It's just you on a very long, empty piece of dock. And there, along the far side, towards the bow of the ship, I guess is the front. You see 3 people in very brightly colored oranges and deep purples and bright blues, just sort of patched together to make these cloaks. It just looked like they sort of got whatever fancy material they could find and just put it together to make these jackets.
Sorry, I wanted to ask, are we, like, at dock?
Yes, you're at
in the
dock.
middle of the ocean? Okay.
You're at dock. And you can see off to the right where the dock is, there is a sort of gangplank.
And those 3 people are the only ones on the
top deck.
On the top deck, yeah. Okay. Are they facing away?
They're not facing towards you. They don't have their backs to you, but they clearly haven't noticed you yet. They're just sort of standing in this semicircle talking and sort of facing towards the dock.
You might have said, I might have missed it. Is it dark out? Light out?
It's about, we'll say, mid-afternoon. The sun is lower in the sky, but it's not yet getting dark.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm for sneaking out of this place.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, I'm not interested in picking a fight with these people.
Neither am I.
I just want to put as many steps between us as I can.
I agree with that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need you all to make another stealth check.
13.
Oh no.
Oh no.
5.
Natural
No,
20.
6.
Jesus Christ.
Skye and Folx sort of start making their way towards the dock. Unfortunately, as Gawain is moving through, his quiver of arrows gets loose from its strapping, and it falls and clatters against the ground, and all 3 men turn and see you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
I would like everyone to roll initiative, please, if you wouldn't mind.
You had to say something.
That puts me at a 10.
What would you like to say? I'm sorry?
Me? I was just saying, we had to say something about rolls. Do we add anything to that?
Dexterity.
It is your dexterity modifier.
Dex modifier.
Okay. So that's a +2, so 17.
I gotta roll for all of these motherfuckers. 4, 5, 4. Why? Why must you fall? I'm re-rolling that. Oh, that didn't help him. Okay, so let me get the order down. Alright, let's go 20 to 25. Anybody?
Nope.
Nope, didn't think so. 15 to 20.
I got 17.
Okay. Okay. 10 to 15.
10.
Folx has 13.
Okay. And then all my
Fuck
dudes.
'em up.
Because this dice doesn't like me today, I guess. Alright. One moment. Okay. So they immediately spot you and they start shouting, Hey! Hey! What are you doing? Why are you up here? You should be down in the thing. Why are you not in the thing? Those exact words. And they start making their way towards you. And Gawain has the first move.
Alright.
At
I'm gonna have
this
to give me a
point,
quick
by the way,
explanation of how this works.
Alright, by the way, you're all about 25 feet from the edge of the boat.
How far away are they from us?
They are about 15 feet.
Perfect.
You say 13 feet?
15.
15.
15.
For the most part, these things go in increments of 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 13 didn't make any sense to me, but that's what I thought I heard, so that's what I wanted to clarify.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
15.
Alright. What? Since he has a ranged weapon, I don't understand ranged weapons so much. How do you know how much range something has? Like,
It should tell you
How far it
the
can
range,
fly.
like the short range, which is like how far it has to be before you get penalized, and then the farthest it can reach. So, for example, a light crossbow has the short range of 80 and a long range of 320.
Almost nice.
You have a longbow, right?
yeah.
You can shoot at anything within 150 feet without penalty.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. So have they moved toward us yet, or are they still where they're at?
They are trying to make their way towards you. I would say they are making their way towards you, but they are last in the initiative, so they don't get to yet.
Okay.
Good.
So, well, I'm
Get fucked.
gonna lean down and quickly pick up my quiver that fell, and string an arrow, and fire at the person that's closest.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll an attack for me.
How do?
1d20 plus proficiency plus
1d20.
dexterity modifier.
Oh, God.
Lots of math in this game, I'm sorry.
Lots of So, 1d20.
Right.
I'm going to be slow for a while, guys. I'm sorry.
That's
No
fine.
worries.
You're good.
Okay, I got an 18.
Our
do I-
bot likes you.
You don't say that, because you curse me the next time you say that.
Well, I gotta give my guys a little bit of a chance.
No, you don't.
You really don't, though?
So, I'm sure that works, but just so I can get the math right, what do I add to that?
Dexterity
get your
modifier.
And proficiency bonus.
That's plus 4, so 22.
Okay, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me then.
Okay, I think I have that over here. It is.
Just so you know, you do have an ability that gives you an extra plus 2 to using the longbow. The archery fighting style.
Well, I have plus 6 to hit, which I don't know what that means.
Plus 6 to that 1d20 roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, so 28, no.
You
yeah,
totally
28.
got him. Like,
I got him square in the
good. There was no chance of you not getting him.
I got him square in the pupil. So 1d8 plus 2.
Yes.
Okay. So 5.
5. Okay. Where's my eraser? There it is. Okay. And that should be your action. Are you moving at all?
I don't think so. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. And so it's Skye... Folks' turn now, sorry.
Alright, I'm going to throw the shuriken at the one that Gawain just damaged.
Okay. Make an attack roll for me.
8.
I'm sorry?
8.
8? Plus anything, or is that just your total?
That's the total.
Okay. It misses. So you throw it, and it just goes sailing right over its head as the guy leans down to sort of clutch at the place where Gawain's arrow just hit him.
Alright, I'm going to move towards him now, and as a bonus action, I'm going to use the martial art ability to kick him in the face while his head's down.
Okay, go ahead and roll again for me then.
17 total.
Okay, that definitely hits, so do damage for me.
1d4 plus 3. 7 total.
Okay, you just smash him right in the face, and he is out. He is on the ground, unable to do anything.
Aww.
Alright, is that your turn?
That is my full turn.
Alright, Skye, it's your turn. What you doing?
Okay, I would like to cast Chill Touch,
Okay.
which is a cantrip, and
Okay,
it's 1d8 necrotic damage on a hit with a ranged spell attack, which I'm assuming is just a d20 plus my spell attack bonus.
I believe so.
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you, Strider, for making it so I don't have to switch out what book's in my hand.
The benefits of actually knowing the rules.
Okay, and that is plus 5 for my spell attack bonus.
Okay,
so
yeah, that
19.
totally hits.
Okay. It is... Let me check real quick just to make sure. Yeah, 1d8. 3. Damn it.
Alright. So
It's
3.
almost helpful.
Hey, any damage is good damage as long as it's not to you.
Exactly.
So that's... Okay. Alright, is that your full turn?
I believe that's all I can do, yeah.
Okay. So, first pirate would have gotten his turn now, but he's dead. So...
Boot to the head.
Suck it, loser.
I bequeath to him a boot to the head.
I mean, basically. So the first bandit...
Everyone just starts teabagging him.
No!
There weren't
Okay.
any tea bags in the crates.
Just tea blocks, like bricks of tea. So the second pirate is going to turn to Folx, and he is going to swing at you with his scimitar. That is a natural 20. I'm so sorry.
Why am I not
Hi, folks.
Why am I not surprised? This happens anytime I have a decent armor class amongst the party.
Rip and pepperoni.
Okay, so that is a 1d6 plus 1. Well, you're lucky, because he only does 3 damage to you. I rolled a 1.
Crit of the century.
Suck it, nerd.
And you can tell he is, like, visibly frustrated, because he swings, and it's so fast, and his blade just goes through the air, and he, like, nicks you on the cheek. Okay, so that is going to be his turn. And so, pirate number 3 is going to also make an attack at you with his scimitar. And that is a 17?
You kidding? That hit.
Okay. And then that's another d6 plus 1. That is 5 damage. And it's at this point, from the commotion that has been caused up here,
God damn it.
you hear the sounds of 2 people running up the stairs. And just as it turns Gawain's turn again, you see a stocky, pale-skinned, sort of ruddy red beard pirate, and then next to him is a tall, thin, pale blonde hair sort of pulled back in a really tight ponytail pirate as well. And Jay, these were the two gentlemen that you heard arguing through the door.
Uh-huh.
Alright, and now it is Gawain's turn.
So how far away am I from these two?
They are right at the breach of the door. So they are like 10 feet behind you. You were about halfway between the stairs and the gangplank when you got caught.
Alright, and
so I'm gonna roll. I'm just gonna slot these guys in.
Okay, I have more questions. So.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, where's Skye and where's Skye in relation to me at?
Skye has not moved either, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Okay. So you and Skye are pretty much right next to each other. Folx is the only one who has sort of run ahead and gotten into combat with the other two pirates.
I suggest you guys run.
I have a different idea.
I had a different idea too, but it might be a stupid idea.
Do it.
Please.
I wanted to... I want to get away from Skye.
Okay.
So I can use my breath on them.
Okay. So, remind me again what that cone is for your breath weapon.
5 by 30 feet.
Okay, so 5 feet wide, 30 feet long?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you get sort of 5 feet away from Skye, just sort of they're at the very edge of your cone. And you turn around. And I assume you unleash the madness.
Uh-huh.
Alright, go ahead and... Is that a damage roll?
If I remember correctly, you have to do a saving throw.
Anyway,
yeah,
it's still take half damage.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. I can do that.
Okay. So they do that first before I would do...
Yes, they have to do the save before you do the damage.
Okay.
So the first one is 16.
Okay,
The
he's gonna be
second
okay.
one is 9.
He is not gonna be okay.
Okay.
Remember, it is half damage on a successful save.
Okay.
Half damage.
First one is less so, or is more okay.
More okay. Alright. And it's just the 1 damage roll, I believe.
It's 2d6.
2d6. Okay.
I can do 2 at a time on here, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
Just roll 2d6.
Okay.
Okay.
6. I don't think there's anything to add to that. It just is what it is.
It just is what it is. So
Alright,
the
cool.
first guy is minus 3 damage.
And it's lightning damage.
Lightning
matters.
damage. Well, they're not resistant to it or anything, but they don't get any extra damage for it.
Okay.
Shoot. Basic arithmetic. How do you do?
I don't know.
11 minus 6, I believe that's 5. Oh, that's funny. Pirate 5 has 5. Okay, anyway. So those guys. First guy, the big burly guy, doesn't look quite as bad. But the skinny guy looks real rough.
And I only moved 5 feet.
Back towards Skye?
No, I was saying I moved 5 feet before.
Right.
And I think, if I understand, my speed is 30 feet, so I can move 30 feet within 1 turn.
Yes.
Yes, so you can move another 25 feet.
Okay, I'm going to move away from them. How close was I to the dock?
To the gangplank, you were all about 25 feet at the very beginning of it. But you've moved 5... Skye and you were... Skye was on your side towards the gangplank. So you are now 30 feet away.
Well, I'm going to move over there as close as I can.
So now you're 5 feet from the gangplank.
Yeah, I'm just going to get away from this party over here.
Okay. That is fine.
Split the party. Split the party.
Alright, and is that your full turn? I believe that's all of your turn.
I don't think I can take another action, can I?
No, you cannot. You could take a bonus action, but I don't know what you can do for a bonus action.
I don't know. I've never seen anything about bonus actions on my sheet, so I don't know.
Then it isn't really something you can do.
Yeah. Okay. Then it is Folx' turn. Because all my pirates had shitty initiative rolls.
Alright, so there's the 2 pirates next to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they did not get singed, did they?
I'm sorry?
They did not get singed, did they?
No, they are sort of like on the opposite end. You sort of have these 2 groups of pirates. One's up the stairs, and the other was towards the front of the ship and has made its way towards you.
I see. And since no one seems to be running, I guess we're here to stay, I guess.
Oh,
so
I'm working on it.
To run.
I'm working on it.
in that
Actually,
case,
Skye, remind me what your initiative was again.
Me?
No, Skye.
Him.
Mine was 10.
Oh, okay then.
so I'm gonna.
Someone ahead of me.
One of the pirates is ahead of you now.
Motherfucker.
Oh no.
Just one.
Yeah,
Okay.
but with my luck, it's gonna be the fucking big one. He's gonna do shit.
Hang on.
Okay. Folks, it's your
And
turn.
then I'm gonna have to kill him.
Well, at least let me have my turn first. Gee.
Yeah, no, you're totally good.
Alright, so I'm gonna punch the one that crit me first.
Okay. Just a shove.
Just a full hard punch to the chest.
Okay, punch. I heard push. All right, do a attack roll for me.
That is 13 total.
13. All right, that just barely hits. Go ahead and do your damage for me.
6 damage.
6 damage. He is not happy. He's clearly like bleeding from the face. Like you punched him good.
Get fucked.
He's sort of hunched over. He's just barely got his scimitar in his hand. He is in a state.
And
Missouri?
Considering how shitty he's doing, I'm thinking more Louisiana.
wow.
It's fair.
Bonus action, I'm going to spend a key point and use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So,
That gets you an extra attack as a bonus action, correct?
2 attacks.
2 attacks. Okay. We'll roll for him.
And what this is going to be is going to be a spin kick. And I'm going to hit both of them at the same time.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Oh
that's
no.
Oh no?
Oh no for him.
Yes.
So 3,
Okay.
6. Wait. Did you multiply like the die roll or something?
You just roll the die and then you multiply that by 2, yeah.
So 9 total.
9 total. Is this to the guy who you were fighting initially?
Yes.
He is down. You hear a sickly crack as his neck just sort of snaps and goes just a little bit farther than it should. And he just goes onto the deck.
And the other guy. 11.
11. That does not hit. Just barely does not hit. As you whirl around, he sees you hit his friend and just barely just sort of leans back and you graze right in front of his nose.
His friend's neck kind of slowed me down.
What a whiff.
So that's another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
Okay. It is now the big burly guys.
Yeah, fucking told you.
I'm sorry, Skye.
So he is going to...
It's okay, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So 80
Jesus willing.
is the minimum range that it has to be fired at? The light crossbow.
Oh.
Is that correct?
Not the minimum range it has to be fired at. It's the range that you can fire without penalty.
Okay. So up to 80 feet?
Yes.
Then? Okay. Then he is going to draw his crossbow and he is going to shoot it at Skye. What is that? Yeah, that is a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That is 1d8. That is not it. There it is. 1d8 plus 1 piercing damage. No, wait, that's a d10. Where is my... There it is.
Amazing.
That is 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
Alright. And now it is Skye's turn.
Alright. I am going to cast Inflict Wounds on this motherfucker.
On the big burly guy?
Yeah.
Alright.
Which means I have to get within range of him. How far away is he?
He is about, I said 15 feet before, I believe. So he's
15?
about 15 feet away from you.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to run up to him and do that.
Okay. So is that
is
a con save on my part?
Inflict Wounds is a melee spell attack.
Okay.
So I have to roll a d20.
Okie doke. Oh no.
Nope.
Oh no.
No.
It's an 8.
He sees you running at him and he just turns and sort of... your hand flies by him. Like, you don't even...
Motherfucker.
It's not even like Folx where it sort of just skims by his nose or anything like that. No, you're about this close from tumbling down the stairs. Okay. And now it's no longer Pirate 2's turn because Pirate 2 is dead.
Yeah.
I still have 15 more feet of movement.
Okay.
Skye's gonna go down the stairs.
You're just gonna go down the stairs? Okay. Just go on down the stairs. Alright. You are now officially on the second floor. Second deck. Whatever. It is now the skinny mofo's turn. And he sees you going down the stairs and he is running after you with his scimitar.
That's the crispy one?
The crispy one.
The crispy pirate?
He's not looking too good, but he's looking better than the two guys who are on the floor. That is a 17.
17 to hit? Yeah.
17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is a 1d6 plus 1. Y'all are so lucky with my dang d6s. That's 2 points of damage.
Nice.
I need to start using the other one. Alright. And that is the end of his turn. Pirate number 3, the one who looks round to go. Like, none of you have touched him yet. Folks tried. Didn't really succeed.
Don't tempt me.
He is... And so, he is going to swing at Folx with his scimitar. No! That is a 3. So he swings, and you bend back in this Matrixy X fashion, and it just goes right over you. And now we are at the top of the round with Gawain.
Alright. Gawain's looking at the situation. Comparatively, looks like Folx is more okay over there than Skye is here, who's getting bullied by these big boys.
One
but
big boy. And the
one
other one's
big
kind of
boy.
a twink.
One big boy, one lesser boy. So
Lesser
One
boy.
big boy and a twink.
Oh my god.
the bear and the twink. All right, I'll go with this.
Approved.
So,
God.
but looks like Gawain needs to get by this big guy first. So his breath didn't work before. So let's. He's gonna dock another arrow and fire it at his face.
Okie dokie. And you're shooting at the big guy?
Yeah,
Okie
in my
dokie.
way. So let's get this going.
Right there.
And I have
It won't take long for that.
17. Do I even need to add anything?
No, you
Okay.
didn't.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
1d8. 6 plus 2, so 8.
Okay. And Mr. Bear goes right on down. You get an arrow right into the wobbly bit of his clavicle and his neck, and it just goes. And it goes.
Nice.
And he is down.
You could say he was shot through the heart.
And I'm to blame.
You're to blame.
That's what I do.
You give pirates a bad name.
So the lesser pirate went down the stairs, right?
Yeah, the twink went down the stairs.
Okay, so how many feet away is he technically from me?
You were almost to the dock, weren't you?
I was about 20, I think.
You were, because you were 25 feet from it.
Mhm.
You went 5, so you were about 5
Yeah,
feet.
you'd be like 5 feet from the dock.
You were 5 feet from the dock. Actually, since you're doing that, give me a perception roll.
It's plus 4, so 20.
Okay. You sort of glance over your shoulder, just sort of inches from freedom. And down the dock, pretty far away, I'd say about 50-ish feet, you see a small figure coming towards you. Just not running or anything, just sort of merrily making their way down the dock. Alright. So are you doing any movement? Are you going down?
Yeah, I'm gonna go closer to the stairs.
To the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going back towards the stairs.
If I stood at the top of the stairs, could I still see them, or are they like beyond them?
The person down the dock, or or Skye
The pirate,
and
the pirate that's going after Skye.
yeah, they are just right at the bottom of the stairs.
All right. So I'm gonna go to the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Can you arm yourself with a weapon, or in movement, or do you just have to go with what you have on you at the moment?
No, I'll say for a bonus action you can swap weapons.
Let's see.
I don't remember what quite you have on you in my binder.
I got it
covering
here.
the keyboard.
He's gonna arm himself with his quarterstaff.
Okay, you can do that.
Boy.
Same weapon.
Alright. It is now Folx's turn.
I'm gonna uppercut this guy.
Go ahead.
Falcon.
Sure. 17 plus 5, yeah.
Oh yeah, that hits.
For 5 damage.
5 damage. Wow. You smack him in his jaw, and it seems like he bites his tongue or something as it happens, and you can see like blood starting to drip out of his mouth. But otherwise, he doesn't seem too rough. And you said 5 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'm gonna make another unarmed strike, which is just gonna be the follow through to that uppercut.
Okay.
Fling his head back in the process. That is 10.
I'm sorry?
10.
10? No, that misses. So you go through, and you're about to do this really cool maneuver, but he's like, nah, mate, and takes a step back. And you just barely miss him. It is now... It would have been Hyperforce's turn. Okay. It's Skye's turn now.
Alright. Can I use my quarterstaff and try to hit the guy?
Sure.
Is he, like, within range and all that?
Oh yeah, he is right on you. Because he had to
Okay.
he had to be in order to make that swipe with his scimitar.
That's right. Okay. Nope.
No, I'm sorry. You sort of swing wide, and he sees it coming, and he throws up his scimitar to sort of block it.
That's all I can really do.
Yeah.
So.
And at this point, the
Rush past him back up the stairs.
back up the stairs. At this point, you hear a door open, and a very angry shout of, "What the hell is going on my boat?"
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that then.
And you turn over your shoulder, and you see a half-orc gentleman coming out. He's dressed way nicer than the other guys were. He's got his hair sort of shaved into this long black mohawk that sort of goes over his head and hangs down the back. And he's got this really nice velvet coat. And he is clearly the captain of whatever pirate vessel you have found yourself on.
I'm gonna yell, we're better at escaping than you gave us credit for while I'm running.
Okay. It is now the Twink's turn. So he is... Actually, one sec, I gotta roll initiative for Mr. Pirate Captain Man. Flip a page. Okay, that doesn't do him much better. Alright. So the Twink rushes back up. I'm going to keep calling him this, I'm sorry.
I'm cool with it.
He rushes back up the stairs after you, and he takes a swipe with his scimitar. And he is pissed off, because not only is his friend on the floor, probably dead,
This guy hopes he is.
but now his boss has been forced to come out, and is really not happy. And that is 14.
14 to hit? Yeah.
14 to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
That hits, and then that is
My AC's 11. Skye is very squishy.
well, they're a wizard. That is 3 points of slashing damage.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Getting low on health.
Okay. And then the bandit is, the pirate captain is coming up behind you. And he is also, actually he's going to pull out his dagger. And he's aiming at the big old dragonborn looking motherfucker that's standing at the top of the stairs. And that is... That is an 18 to hit.
Well, I don't remember my AC, but I know it's not that high. Yeah, 13, so yeah.
Okay, and that is... Ooh, get to do my little triangle. I hate this thing. That is 6 piercing damage.
I don't know if I have any particular resistances to any.
Only to lightning.
Probably not.
Okay. So how much
I know
was it
you have
again?
resistance to lightning damage because you
Okay.
are a blue
Yeah.
dragonborn, but I do not
First
believe you have any
Okay.
resistances to
Okay.
other damage types.
What was it, 6 you said?
6, yes.
Yeah, he didn't like that very much. Not
I
fan.
can't imagine that they would.
That hurt a lot.
Okay. And it is now the one who is playing with Folx currently. Turn. And again, they're just going to make a slash at you with their scimitar. No, that did not. That is a 7.
Hulk parries it like it's third strike.
Like it's what? I'm sorry?
Third strike. Street Fighter 3 thing.
Amazing.
Okay. And it is now at the top of the round. Is there anyone near the edge of the boat or the gangplank?
Not anymore, no.
I believe we're relatively close. Us and the 2 pirates, but...
No, because you were just getting up the stairs. And that's sort
relatively close.
Relatively close. You would not be able to see over the edge of the boat, I don't think. Okay. Never mind then. Back at the top of the round, it is Gawain's turn.
Well. So I got these 2. Are they at the top of the stairs, or are they still up walking up the stairs?
They're basically right on top of you, because they climbed the stairs.
Where's Skye at?
Skye is...
also right on top of you.
Yeah.
Are you like right behind me, beside me?
Let's say behind.
Behind me, okay.
They have ducked around you. Using you as a meat shield.
Not comfortable in getting in the close spaces with people, so I'm gonna try to cook them again, and then get out of there.
Fair enough. Alright. And that is, what was that, dexterity save?
Yeah.
On my part?
Yeah.
Alright, so the twink gets a 12.
Yeah, okay, he makes it.
Okay. And the pirate captain? Probably not. He got a 7.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Do your damage.
7.
Okay. So, having that, so that's 3 damage to the twink. Okay. Pulling out my phone to do math for me, because fuck that.
So does it round up when you have it, or is it round down?
No, I think it's rounded down.
Round down, yeah.
So this guy is on his last leg. He is just barely hanging on at this point. Thank you, calculator.
Should be
Pirate captain seems perfectly fine, though, basically.
Of course he does.
Alright. Is that your turn? Are you...
I am GTFO.
Okay, so you have 30 feet?
Yeah, I'm gonna run as far as I can to the dock.
Okay, so you get off the boat and about halfway down the gangplank. Make another perception check for me.
Real quick question. Is there any way I could have grabbed my arrow out of that one guy on the way, or is that too much?
We'll say you grabbed it.
Okay. So perception check.
Yes, please.
FYI, arrows are not reusable in D&D.
Oh, are they not?
Not usually.
Well, never mind then.
Oh, well, fuck that arrow then.
He's like face down on the
don't.
ground. It would have been pretty hard to get the arrow out anyway.
Alright, I didn't know if they were conservable or not. Okay.
Look, I'm just saying there are better uses for an arrow.
Oh, okay.
That's a 4 plus 4, so 8.
Okay. You're not really paying attention at this point, but out of the corner of your eye, you see some movement on the dock. You're not paying attention. You don't really know what it is, but something is moving on the dock.
So I'm on the gangplank. You said I made it too?
You're about halfway down or you're on the gangplank, yeah.
Alright, okay.
Okay. Folks, go ahead.
Alright. Elbow to the gut.
Elbow to the gut.
12.
That just hits him.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage for me.
6 damage.
Oh, yeah. And Mr. Pirate Man is down for the count.
Ding ding. Alright, how far away? Who's alive still?
I'm sorry?
Who's alive still?
The twink, and that's just barely. And then the pirate captain, who has just joined the fray, just took a little bit of damage from Gawain's lightning breath, but looks mostly okay.
Alright, how far away is the twink?
From you met the guys halfway, so it's about 15 feet from you.
Oh, perfect. I will dive kick him.
The, pirate captain?
The twink.
The plank?
The play.
The twink. I said twink.
Oh, twink. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm doing
It
like
happens.
5 things at once right now.
It's okay.
No, dice don't fall.
Alright.
So
Listen,
go ahead.
We appreciate you.
Roll damage for me.
I didn't even tell you what my roll was.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, regular roll.
It's 21, so.
Oh, yeah, no, that totally hits him. Roll damage.
We just want to put him out of his misery already.
Oh, yeah, he needs it at this point.
Another 6 damage.
Oh, yeah, he's down. And he just falls
The twink went down, huh?
The twink went down and lands sort of just on top of the burly man's back. They are together in death.
Oh no.
Beautiful. I love his dead gaze.
Love those dead gays.
No.
No, I never said that. Anyway, so currently all that is left is the pirate captain, who looks almost as fresh as a daisy at this point.
And he was the one that took 7 damage from me?
He took 7 damage from you.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it is now Guy's turn.
Skye's turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and try inflict wounds again.
Inflict wounds? Alright.
And that is 22.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay.
Ooh,
19
boy.
damage.
Very nice, my friend. Alright. Now he's looking hurt. Like, he was pretty fine beforehand. But the moment you touch him, just thousands of tiny little cuts all over his body just start bleeding. And he is officially looking rough.
Okay, I'm also gonna start running near the edge of the ship. I don't want to quite get on the gangplank yet.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Nope.
No, you're not even really looking at this point. It's just, as far as you know, nothing is going on on the dock.
That seems to be the running theme.
Alright, it is now the pirate captain's turn. And so, Folx, you're still sort of just in the middle of the deck, aren't you?
Probably.
Okay. So, Captain's gonna go after you then, since you are closest. And he's gonna slash at you with his dagger. And apparently doesn't do very well, because that is an 8.
Just move his
He is
hand
just
to the side.
really angry at this point. Angry, a little bit of the blood from the cuts above his forehead from Skye's attack getting into his eye. And so he can't quite see you and swings a little wide. And at this point, you hear from the dock a young female voice go, "Hello? Is everything all right up there?" And Gawain, you turn, and you see this short young woman, long dark brown hair, these big golden eyes, dressed in dark but very well-made clothing. And she's just kind of staring at you. And she looks almost amused by what's going on.
How close is she to me?
She's like at the bottom of the gangplank, so she's about 20-ish feet from you.
Okay, so I can hear just fine. Okay.
Can we all hear her, or is it just...
No, you can probably all hear her. It's a very loud, clear voice, and despite, the grunting and heaving and panting of the captain as he's trying really, really hard to kill you.
Can I have Skye yell, "We've just been kidnapped"?
Oh, one of those. Okay, just give me a bit, and I'll be right up there to help. And she starts climbing the gangplank, apparently not even bothered by the fact that there's this giant dragonborn in her way. Unfortunately, her initiative roll is shit. Alright. So it is back at the top of the round, and it is Gawain's turn.
Alright. So I can still see the fray from where I'm at?
Yeah.
Right. Was she the only thing coming down the dock?
As far as you know, yes. Unless you want to make a perception check.
Is that a free action?
We'll call that a bonus. Yeah, go ahead. Free action.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's just say yes. For ease of things. I need more space.
Just do it!
On the goddamn
Alright, 17 plus 4, so 21.
There are people sort of milling about on the far, far edge where it's sort of running parallel with the shore. Mm-hmm. But there is no one coming down towards you.
Alright. Well, and that, the captain is attacking Folx now?
The captain is doing his damnedest.
Alright, well, I'm gonna help him out. Fire another arrow at him.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack roll for me then.
In a way, the captain has always been attacking folks.
Let's not get too deep now.
What is too deep?
11, I have so many things I can add to this. What is it, dexterity and...
Dexterity and your modifier
plus... bow proficiency or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's plus 2, so it's plus 8, so 19.
Oh yeah, that hits. Roll damage for me.
Okay, and that damage is 1d8 plus 2. So 10.
10 damage. Okay, well that's easy enough to... Alright. Where about this look? There it is. Alright. He is looking rough now. Like, clearly... He was doing good, like, 5 seconds ago. But now he is not in a good place.
He was doing good, and then I touched him, and he got shot.
You gave him the bat touch.
Bad touches and getting shot will do that to a person.
Usually, yeah.
And he looks worried about you. He looks fucking scared out of his mind when he heard that voice, though.
Good.
Okay. Is that all you're doing? Are you moving down the gangplank again?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. It is now Folx's turn.
So you see folks take kind of like a very, how do I describe this? Like a kind of snake-like stance,
Okay.
Like with his limbs go a little like loose,
Loosey goosey.
and then you see like not punches, but more like grabbing with fingertips repeatedly.
So kind of like a knife hand strike, but like not with the long part of the hand.
It's Fist of the North Star if you've ever seen it.
Probably not, because I don't recognize the name. But I believe you. I believe it's going to be cool as hell.
Just a lot of rapidly hitting. So, first attack. 13.
Okay. 13. Is that total?
Yeah.
Yeah, that... It looks real cool, but it just does not seem to get past whatever armor this guy's got on under his jacket.
Alright. Next two attacks by spending a key point.
Okay. How many of those you got left?
That is my last one.
Okay, that's fine.
9 and 20.
The 9 does not. The 20 does.
7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. I don't know why I'm writing this down, because I have it on my calculator, but I feel it necessary.
That's just how it is sometimes.
Always get things in writing.
Alright. And is that your turn? Are you moving back? What you doing?
That is my turn.
Okay. It is now Skye's turn.
Okay, then I am going to go ahead and cast Chill Touch on him.
Okay. Was that a save on my part?
No, it is a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
12?
No, that does not.
Damn it.
He sort of... You see him sort of shiver a little bit, like he's about to be cold, and then he just sort of shrugs it off, and he's like, nah. Not dealing with this.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to the stairs where I think the two bodies still are.
Yeah, they're basically still there.
Can I check and see if they're still, like, breathing, or if they're just gone?
Sure. Make a medicine check, I guess.
Okay. Let me...
Yeah, no, they are dead. Just absolutely. No pulse, no breathing. They are gone.
Why couldn't those roles have been switched?
The dice have spoken.
The dice speak.
The dice can eat my dick.
Now you know how I feel.
That's fair.
You've heard
How I
it.
feel being the stealthy one that keeps making noises.
You were also a big-ass dragonborn.
I am like 240 pounds, scaly claws. Yeah, I can imagine myself making a bunch of noises.
I'd say so am I, but at the same time I do make a bunch of noises as well.
Okay. And is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. It is now the pirate captain's turn. And he's just gonna make a swing at Folx, because he doesn't really know what else to do at this point. Like, whether he kills y'all or is killed, or who's on that plank gets up that plank, he is screwed. So he is just fighting with the fury of a dead man who has no other options.
I mean, if we can knock him out, he doesn't have to die.
This is also a guy who's been smuggling people. I don't think they like that around here.
He chose his fate.
So that is plus... He's still got his dagger out. So that is a 14.
Folx parries it.
Ooh, very nice.
Folx's armor class is 16.
Very nice. So he's going to... Never mind, that doesn't work how I think it did. Okay. then he is just going to end his turn. And the young woman, since it is her turn, makes her way, just kind of skirt tails around Gawain, like he's not even really there, and makes it to the top of the gangplank. And now Skye and Folx see her. The long dark hair, the big golden eyes. Not quite tan skin, but tan-ish. Like she's seen some sun, but it's not very dark. But her clothing is very dark. Dark violets and blacks and deep blues. And she
Guy waves at her.
and she looks directly at the captain. And she's like, "Oh, you're one of those. Well, I think you know how we take care of people like you in Engan, don't you, sir?" And the guy just looks so scared, out of his mind. And the young woman is going to draw this beautiful rapier from her side. It's long and thin, and the basket is sort of inlaid with these bluish, whitish, opalescent jewels. And she is going to use that as an arcane focus to cast Firebolt at the gentleman.
Oh, jeez.
So let me find out how I do that, because I didn't do this beforehand.
This ship is on fire.
Okay, make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, takes 1d10 fire damage. Okay. Three. That's fine. Oh! It looks really cool as she does it, but the firebolt just sings right past the guy's head, and instead strikes the wood of the door frame by the stairs and singes it real bad.
It's okay, I've been there.
And she just looks at it, and you see her face just pale and then get really red, and she's like, "That was going to be so cool."
No, it's okay. It was still pretty cool.
Just watch Hotshire.
Hotshire.
We're not any cooler than you are.
Okay. So it is now back to the top of the round, and it's Gawain's turn. Let's see if you can show how it's done.
Alright.
Crap.
Let's see.
Strider, you son of a bitch, being funnier than me.
Everybody's crowded around the half-orc now.
Yes. Well, no. The young woman is at the top of the gangplank.
Okay.
But Folx and Skye are sort of just right around him.
Yeah.
Right, well, I don't think these my allies would appreciate me singeing them, so I'm gonna fire another arrow at the guy.
Okie doke.
$25.
Yep, that'll do it. Oh, beg your pardon. That hits.
Okay. I think, was it 1d8?
1d8 plus 2.
Yeah. Nine.
9. Okay. Oops. I keep hitting my bike with my books. Okay. He is.
You don't do that?
It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. He is looking real rough. He is heaving, he is battered, he is bruised, he's got arrows sticking out of him, he's bleeding from various tiny cuts just all over him. He looks fucked up.
This really is the death of 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah, I was really hoping I could take him out.
And a few arrows.
For the style point.
And a few arrows. Are you moving? Or is that the end of your turn?
I'm just fine right where I am.
Okay. Folks, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna feel really bad because I'm probably not going to kill him this turn.
You can certainly try.
Actually, I'm not going to try because I'm going to do something far more annoying to him.
Oh boy.
You see a small little red package thing that...
Oh no.
Yeah. You just see folks kind of underhandedly throw in the face of the orc. That is 21. This is a pepper bomb. A custom alchemical item. So, rather than doing any damage, the target is blinded for 1d4 rounds. So he is blinded for 2 rounds.
Okay.
Which means when it comes to attack rolls, everyone has advantage against him to attack. And
and he has disadvantage on everyone else?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright. And are you staying where you are? Is that going to be your turn?
I will stay where I am.
Okay. It is now Skye's turn.
Okay. I'm going to try the quarterstaff again.
Okay.
Didn't go very well last time.
Might go better this time.
It might. So I have advantage,
yes.
Right?
Yes, you have advantage. So roll twice and take the higher number. Oh, darling.
Take the higher, you say. I'm so sorry, Tim.
Oh my god, what are the odds that you got 2 5s?
Oh my lord.
And do you add anything to them, or is that it?
I had 1.
Oh, okay. You try real hard. You swing, but the guy is sort of ducking down and clutching at his eyes and like roaring in anger, and it just swings right over his head.
So what I've learned is not to fucking use the quarterstaff.
Okay. Are you moving at all, or are you staying where you are?
I'm gonna move over to the gangplank.
Okay. So are you sort of stopping right next to the young woman who just came on board?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what I'm about.
But do you know what she's about?
I'd like to find out.
Wink, wink.
Okay. So now it's the captain's turn, and he's just going to swing wildly in the general direction of Folx, since you are still there. Oh, that would have been so good. That was a 19. Okay. He does not hit you. He swings wide right over your head, apparently thinking you grew like 2 feet since you threw the pepper bomb. Alright. So it is now the young woman's turn. And so she points her rapier at the half-orc gentleman again. And she's like, maybe this time it'll fucking hit! Oh yeah, it does. And so she sends this scorching ray of fiery, white-hot energy towards... towards the half-orc gentleman. And then gotta bring out the papers. Look again. Why there's so many spells? Oh my god.
Should be like
Get me to
1d10.
where? 1d10 plus a thing, and that's what I'm trying to find. Here we go. Oh, it's just 1d10. Okay, that's fine then. She does 6 damage to the guy. And he is now... Not only is he cut, bruised, and blinded, but he is currently just vaguely scorching and burnt. And he is on his very last legs. And she just sort of starts moving towards him and gets about halfway, rapier still drawn, just pointed at him. And it is now Gawain's turn.
Alright, how far away am I?
You're about halfway down the gangplank. And he's still at the top of the stairs. So that was 25 feet from the edge. And you're about 10-ish feet down. So you're 35 feet from him, approximately.
Okay.
I may or may not be inconsistent with my numbers. I apologize.
It's okay. How far is like melee range?
5 feet.
5 feet, yeah.
So if I were to run up to him, I would be in range of him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you can move, 35 feet?
I can move 30 feet, but
Yeah.
5.
So you would
yeah.
be just in melee range of him.
Okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna also try the quarterstaff. I didn't get to try it last time,
Okay.
but I don't feel like making any more arrows at this moment.
Fair enough.
So I roll d20.
You have
Oh my
advantage.
god.
Oh, no.
You have advantage.
Oh, you do have advantage, so
Oh,
roll
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Roll again, take the higher number.
We say this.
There we go.
Okay, 12 plus what again?
You have a strength of 11, right?
Yes.
Plus 2.
That is wrong.
I don't have a modifier for. No, I don't have a modifier for strength.
Yeah, but you're proficient in dex.
Oh, okay. So plus 2, and I. Oh, is that the attack bonus? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so plus 2. So yeah, 14.
You just barely miss.
Damn it.
You swing, and you just barely underestimate how much of the staff you need to hit him, and it just swings right by his face.
Fucking rip.
You doing anything else, or is that your turn?
I'm gonna step back about 5 more feet.
Okay.
Or can I? No, I'm not.
No,
can't
that was
move
your
any
full
further.
movement, so you can't.
Okay, never mind. So yeah,
you're
I'll just
sort of
stay with
stuck.
him. Okay.
All right. It is now Folx's turn.
I said I wasn't going to kill him because I was just going to piss him off. Guess I have to do everything, huh? I'm kidding. You guys are
Alright, look.
you guys are a very helpful team. I love you all.
Shouts, "I was trying."
I'm doing my best.
So
I'm the one that fucked him up, okay?
Folx pulls out a dagger of his own, or their own.
Okay.
It's a very black, triangular-looking dagger with a little hole in the handle in the bottom.
All right.
Kunai. And we're gonna shank.
Shank him.
Okay. With advantage, that is 18 plus 5.
Yeah, you hit. Go
Shank
ahead and roll damage
redemption.
for me. Folx shank redemption.
Nice.
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 Say that again?
Nice, but it's also 4 damage, by the way.
Okay. He is just so close, you guys. So
Oh my
close.
God.
He is right on death's
my
door.
fucking god.
He's really good. Well, I'm gonna get him off then. Section. The punch.
Alright. Make an attack roll for me, I guess.
I almost hope this doesn't work.
Start kicking the shit out of this guy.
Well, your hope has been answered because I rolled 6 and 8, which means I got 13 total.
Yeah, no. You shank him and you go to kick, but he is falling to his knees at this point, just barely breathing, barely alive, and it just sails right over him. Alright. And is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. It is now Skye's turn.
This is almost cruelty.
He kidnapped us. It's
I'm not
unfair.
I'm not saying it's the wrong thing, but just like look at him.
Well, it's his
I'm
fault
gonna
for not
cast Chill
flying
Touch.
faster.
I will accept that.
20.
20 totally hits. What were you
I
doing to him?
cast Chill Touch.
You still have
Chill touch.
advantage, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Say that again?
I still have advantage.
Oh, well.
Let's try again.
Do it for
Nope.
maybe get a natural 20. Nope. Okay. Alright.
Chill
That'll-
out, motherfucker.
That'll do. The frost covers his body and creeps up his neck and starts spilling from the corners of his mouth. And he falls. And there is silence on the deck.
Chill out was in character.
About time.
God, he took forever.
The young woman, who's about halfway across the deck, and was really, really keen on just stabbing the guy through, just sort of pauses, and then she sheathes her rapier, and she just starts clapping. Well done! So, it seems that you have taken care of the little pirate problem I've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks. I appreciate it. And since you killed them, that means I don't have to tell my daddy shit.
Win-win
Can
situation.
we ask your name?
Oh, well, you could. You know what? Fine. You did me a favor. I'll do you this one. My name is Kaire. It's a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to
Kaire.
Okiai. Say again?
Can you put that in the chat?
Certainly, I can do that. One sec, let me move. I don't need this anymore. Yay, because we are not on a battle map.
Fancy.
I'm really sorry that you're hopefully not first, but probably first. Experience in our city had to do with a nasty little band of pirates. But we do appreciate your help nonetheless. These poor, misguided souls have been using our ports as sort of a getaway free card.
Well, I'm
And taking
certainly
off.
Glad we could help.
Taking off with all sorts of manners of smuggled goods, including fine young people like yourselves. And she says young people, but she is clearly like just barely on the cusp of not being a teenager anymore.
Kyrie and Elf.
Same.
Say that again, Strider. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, me?
Strider,
Strider.
sorry.
Oh, sure.
It's Kyrie and Elf.
Kyrie is not an elf. If you wanted try and discern what she is, you can make a perception check.
I'll go ahead and do that.
24.
Okay. Oh. She seems human to both of you, but there's something just a little bit off about her. Something that's not quite human, but you can't tell what. Whatever it is, neither of you have encountered something like it before. But to the passing eye, she looks pretty much completely human.
Well, strange of you.
Let's do something stupid.
What?
Sorry.
Strange of you to call us young ones. You look like a wee lass yourself.
Yeah, I am. I just like calling people young ones because it pisses them off. You should see me call it to the old people who are on the part of the guard. That is some good shit.
I'm terribly sorry if this is too forward, but are you human?
As far as I know. Then again, didn't know my mum real well. Sort of disappeared on all of us. But my dad's human, so there's that.
Hey, that means nothing. My father, well, you see your folks make air quotes. My father was a dwarf.
Yeah, you kind of sound like one, but you don't look like one. Unless something happened and all of a sudden dwarves shot up a couple feet.
No, I was always taller than my father. Slash master.
I'm sorry again. Where are we exactly?
You are in the Docklands district of Okiai, capital of Ingun, my home city. Nice to meet you. And sorry
Nice
for
to
the
meet you as
nasty
well.
way you seem to get here. I don't suppose you have a place to go in the city.
I don't believe so, no.
No, I don't.
Well, I don't know anyone in Engun.
Fair enough. You did come on a pirate ship.
Oh, yes, my name is Skye Brightwood.
Skye Brightwood. And where are you from? That doesn't sound like an Engun name.
I should know this, but I don't because I'm a bad role player.
You're from Deze, on the northern
Deze.
coast. On the northern coast, the only place where the deserty country gets any real rain throughout most of the
I
year.
am from the northern coast of Deze.
Oh, yeah, no wonder the pirates got you. They like stopping by there.
Bastards.
Yeah. Well, since you don't have a place to go, and I happen to be here, I guess the only real thing I can do is show you to a decent inn for the time being. If you're all favorable to that.
That would
You're not going to be
great.
getting
I
out
would
of the city
appreciate
at
that
any
greatly.
decent time. All
Good
right.
place to rest would be nice.
All right. And so she beckons you to follow, and she just sort of heads down the gangplank. And you see coming towards you a pair of guards and really nice silvery armor. It's inlaid with this blue trim around the breastplate. And there is a sort of almost a stylized seashell shape on the front that is also made out of this opalescently bluey purple stone that's sort of inlaid into the armor. And they rush up to Kyrie and they make to start talking to her, and she holds up her hand and she says, "It's a pirate ship. I want it combed over, anything of value taken and brought to..." I should know what my different districts are
Really
called.
quickly, while that is happening,
Yeah.
can I loot the pirate captain's body?
Sure, you make your way back up, and Kyrie points at you, and she says, "Ah." Do you stop?
Yes.
Okay. She turns back to what appear to be city guards, and she says to them, "I want it combed over, everything taken, and brought to the King's Hand District, including the bodies and everything that may be found on them. I want everything inventoried, and then we'll see what we do with the ship." And they they just sort of nod their heads in a really sort of deep, exaggerated motion that's almost a bow, but not quite. And they make their way around you and go up to the ship. And she turns back to the rest of you and is like, right, carry on. And she starts walking down the dock again.
Skye follows.
Tag along towards the back of the troop.
They have one spell slot left. They need to sleep.
Yeah, let's not be picking fights trying to loot a body.
She better not claim that she did any of this.
Say that again.
She better not claim that she did any of this.
I still did not hear you. I'm so sorry.
Folks is saying that she better not claim that she better not claim credit for this.
Oh, yeah, no. She's not trying to, but very clearly she has some sort of authority in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And so she makes her way down the docks towards the shore. And the closer you get to the actual shore, the more ships have popped up, and you see just how wide of a scope these docks are. It takes up a vast amount of what you can now see is sort of like an inlet lagoon. And these docks are just full of ships. There's, especially towards the coast, there are very few spots that don't have some sort of boat docked on it. Whether that's a small fishing vessel, or a larger trade ship, or even a military galleon. And she's just not even really saying anything, and not looking back to make sure you're following her. She just sort of assumes that you're coming with her. And so she makes her way onto the dock, onto the shore. And there's the hustle and bustle of people. You see half-elves and half-orcs and elves and dwarves and any and all sort of manner of people on these docks, making their way towards ships, away from ships. And I'm going to need you to make a perception check, please.
That's all of us?
All of you, yes.
Okay.
That is...
15.
Just that. 11.
18.
11? 18, sure? Okay. So, Folx sort of turns and looks down the coast. And at the very end, there's this large, white stoned complex. Large, tall walls. And you see a tower just sticking up, and you see the bright flicker of light inside this building that's on the very edge of this lagoon, sort of facing out into the actual sea. And Kyra's just not even paying attention to it. She's already sort of trying to make her way along the edge of the crowd. And now she's sort of like talking to you, and she says, Aya's a real good friend. She's sweet, she's kind, and she knows how to keep a secret. And also knows how to throw someone out on their head if they happen to be a bit of a bitch. Which, considering the kinds of people that hang around in the Docklands, that's a pretty high percentage. And she sort of makes her way through the crowd. And she's kind of short, so it's a little hard to see her at points. But if you're sticking real close by her, you can make your way through the crowd without too much of an issue.
Alright, everyone, buddy system.
Hold hands.
Choose your partner and hold hands.
And she sort of...
Guys choosing Kyrie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you sort of actually try and grab out for her hand?
It's tempting.
Yeah,
It's very tempting. Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Okay. You know what? For the fun of this, make a dexterity check.
This is going to be when I get a 1.
Or 20.
Oh, pretty much.
So 5.
So you reach out, and right as you make to grab her hand, she sort of turns and raises her hand to sort of like grab your attention, and she kind of accidentally smacks you in the cheek. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, didn't realize you were quite that close." Anyway, if we turn down this way, and she sort of leads you down a not quite as busy street, sort of more towards the inland area. And right at the end of the sort of cul-de-sac street, there is a large brick and mortar building. It's sort of 3 stories tall and very wide. There's a set of stables situated next to it. And above the door, painted in this beautiful script on a sort of wooden sign, is the name of the inn, which is the Goldfisher.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Goldfisher. I'll do it in the
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so Kyrie just sort of throws the door open wide, and it slams open with a bang. And there, inside you see a sort of dimly lit, cozy tavern inn, first floor. There's all kinds of tables and people at them, and they've all got these really warm orange and reds and yellow sort of almost tablecloths, but they look just sort of like random blankets that have been thrown over the table just so the wood doesn't get damaged on the tables. And at the back bar, there is a halfling woman. She's sort of sitting at a tall chair, and she's not really doing anything at the moment. Like, she's got other people running and taking orders. There's a young human male who looks like pimply-faced and very much a teenager. There's another halfling woman, younger than the one at the bar, but not by much, and she's running around. She's got her hair tied up in sort of a loose bun and sort of falling in her face. And Kyrie just sort of walks in with her hand like high and waving, and she's like, "Aya!" And the woman at the bar turns and looks up, and she's got this lovely curly auburn hair that falls around her shoulders, and she's got these warm hazel eyes, and you can see where her sleeves don't quite cover. She's got this gorgeous, intricate tattoos of koi fish just crawling up both of her arms. And she goes, "Kyrie, lass, what did you pick up this time?" So clearly this is something that she has done. This is clearly something Kyrie has done before. And Kyrie just sort of steps in, and she's like, "Oh, you know, pirate booty." And Aya just gives her this look like, "Please." Kyrie says, "These people need rooms. I know I asked this of you a lot." And Aya just waves at her, and she's like, "It's fine. It's fine. As long as they can pay." And Kyrie's like, looks back at you, kind of like eyes you up and down, clearly isn't sure if you actually can. And so she reaches into this pocket inside the short sort of cape cloak thing she's wearing, and pulls out a handful of silver coins and slaps them on the bar, and she says, "That'll take care of them for a few days." And then she turns and she says, "Well, my job here is done. Have fun!" And she takes off. And
Thank you.
The minute she's out the door, you hear someone shout, "Kyrie!" And she's like, "Whoop!" And she takes off into the crowd and just slips through like a snake.
What strange friend she is.
She seems nice.
Aya just sort of rolls her eyes, and she's like, "Oh, that's a word for it." And she starts counting the silver on the bar. And she looks up at you, and she sort of calls you over, sort of closer.
Hello.
Hi. She's clearly tired. Like, she wasn't before, but now she clearly is. It's just like, this is the sort of thing that happens more often than she feels it probably should. And she looks at you, and she says, "Alright, I've got enough for 3 beds, for 3 nights, and after that, you gotta start paying."
That's very kind of you.
She's like, "Not of me."
Well,
and she sort of
close
looks
enough.
she looks behind you towards the open door, and she sort of like motions for the pimply faced young man, and he goes and he shuts it, and he sort of breathes this sigh. And you can tell, like, all these people, or at least the workers, all know who this woman is, and she comes around a lot. And so Aya sort of hops down from her stool, and she goes over and takes 2 keys off the wall. And she's like, "Alright, follow me." And she leads you, or she starts to lead you up the stairs. Do you actually follow?
Skye does.
Okay.
I guess we all do.
Yeah, Gawain follows too.
Alright. So, she shows you up the stairs, and there you find yourself on the 2nd floor, and it's just these 2 long hallways. And there are rooms on one side, several series of doors, like we'll say 6 doors on one end, but in the middle there's only 2 doors, and then on the other hallway it's the same thing. And she takes you down the first hallway that faces out into the street itself. The others sort of face back out into what is basically just sort of woodland. And she sticks 1 key in one door and 1 key in another that are right next to each other towards the end of the hallway. And she says, "These are your rooms." And she points to the middle room. "Those are the baths. There's one for the ladies and one for the gents. If you're neither, I don't care which one you go into." And she says, "Breakfast is in the mornings till 10. After that, you either got to deal with lunch or you get your own breakfast."
Understood.
Aye.
And she just sort of wanders back down the hall.
Wait. Sorry.
She stops.
Sorry to be a bother. Would you have any idea where to find work?
Work? Well, there are lots of places depending on what kind of work you're looking for.
Just give me a general idea, I guess.
She thinks for a moment, and she says, "The floating market is full of merchants who are looking for people to haul things around."
The floating market, you said?
Floating markets. And there is also the King's Hand district. If you're looking for something a little more complicated. Whether that's going out and fighting things, or any number of nasty business I don't like to talk about. And those are probably going to be the 2 places you're looking for. Unless you're the kind that likes to work for a god. And then she sort of jerks her hand back in the general direction that you folks saw the tall tower with the light on top of it. If you're looking for spiritual work, you want the Temple of the Guiding Light.
What's the Temple of the Guiding Light?
Ah, that's what it sounds like, isn't it? It's a temple of guiding light.
Oh, what's the Guiding Light?
The Guiding Light is that big old tower of yours. It's the light that guides the ships into the lagoon. Although, and she sort of lowers her voice and rolls her eyes again. She's like, if you ask the people there, it's the light of Bakatsu. But I don't think he worries much about the ships. And that's... And that's about all where folks like you, and she sort of sweeps her eyes over, are going to be finding work in a place like this.
Okay. Thank you very much for your help.
She sort of just gives you a short nod. And she turns and walks down the stairs again. You could tell she's probably normally a nicer person, but the minute Kyrie brings someone in, she just sort of loses a little bit of her patience.
Yeah.
Kyrie's a very draining person.
She might be.
I love Kyrie.
Okay. So, you've got pockets of stuff. Do you want to see what's in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Are you going to be doing this in the hallway, or are you going into one of the rooms?
In the
room.
room.
Yes.
Okay. So you go into the nearest room, and there's 2 beds. And there's a small...
Oh no, there's only 2 beds.
You have another room. And there's a sort of large sort of a dresser sort of thing for people to be putting their clothes in if they had extra clothes. And there's a small table between the 2 beds. It's just sort of a nightstand. And there's a very large window that sort of looks out onto the ocean, and it's honestly a beautiful view. And so you can either sit on the floor, on the bed, but there's no, like, desk or chair that you can sit at. So where are you
Skye's
sitting?
gonna sit on the floor.
Okay.
Because this isn't their room.
It could be. You did split up the rooms.
We'll come and go as we please.
Say that again?
We'll come and go as we please. We'll all have, like, different rooms each day.
Yeah, we'll just go wherever we end up.
Fair. You got the 2 keys. You don't care which door it goes to. You just take whatever door the keys go
Maybe
to.
I'll sleep in the hallway if I feel like it.
I
Tell me what to
don't
do.
think Aya would be appreciative of that.
We'll all sleep in the same bed.
I don't even know if Gawain can fit in one bed.
It's pretty big. It's sort of like the college twin bed where it's longer than average, but it's not necessarily very wide.
Well, I had one of those, and I was barely short enough to fit in it long way, so...
Oh no.
I'm imagining a 7-foot-tall dragon might be
That's
hanging
true.
his
Skye's
feet up.
also ridiculously tall.
The 7-foot dragon would just barely fit. This is an inn in a place that clearly sees a lot of different kinds of people, and if you can't fit those people in your beds, you're gonna lose business.
That's fair. Yeah, how
So
tall is
you would probably
Skye?
just barely fit.
Skye is 6'5".
Oh, wow.
You can actually fit pretty comfortably.
How tall is Folx?
Folks is like 5'8".
Okay.
Folks is fine.
I had been wondering that, but I kept forgetting to ask. Couldn't tell.
Folks is a
Okay.
full 1.5 shorter than you are.
That is precious. Okay. So you take your sits wherever you're sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And
If
I
fits,
believe
sits.
he sits your sits. And I believe Folks has all the goodies. Except for
For a ring.
Skye took the ring.
Skye took the silver ring, I believe.
Silver ring with the singular bluish gemstone.
So,
Yes.
as soon as, like, the doors close and, like, everything's all hush-hush, Folks starts pulling out, like, a bunch of bags of gold coins, some gold bangles, some... Were they bangles or bracelets or something like that?
They were bracelets.
A couple of sapphire gems,
Mm-hmm.
Everything that was in the chest that Skye did not take.
Yeah, and Skye only took the one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skye's gonna put the ring on. Does anything happen, or is it just a ring?
You feel a vague tingle of some sort of magic. Do you have the identify spell?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, it's some sort of magic. You would, since you are unable to identify it, you would probably have to take it to a merchant of magical items to see what exactly it is.
Okay.
But in the bags, the larger bag of gold that you found in the red chest opens up, and there is 150 gold pieces in it.
Holy hell.
In the 3 smaller bags that were found in the chest with your ring, there is also, combined with those 3 bags, another 150 gold. And then you currently also have, in that very small bag, there is 15 platinum.
Ooh.
God damn.
And let me see how much these gems I've given you are worth. Okay. So the 3 blue sapphires are worth around 1,000 gold each.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know this when I picked this. But the 2 opals are also worth 1,000 gold each.
They're also...
They're also 1,000 gold each, I'm sorry. Oh, no. My connection's... There it is.
You're back.
I'm back. The opals are both 1,000 gold as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the 4 gold bracelets are probably... They're not super well made. Like, they're nice, but they're not nearly as going to be expensive as the other things. They're probably around worth 10 gold each if you wanted to sell them. Or you can just wear them. They look pretty nice.
Alright.
Okay, so I vote we wear the bracelets as identifiers.
The 3 of you wear the bracelets?
Yes.
Okay. And there's an extra one.
We'll keep it on hand just in case we get someone else to identify with.
Okay.
We'll give it to Kyra.
Next time you see her.
I figured someone like you would want to give her the ring.
Not that forward.
Yeah, it's a bit much too fast.
Too much too soon.
So Folx start counting up like the gold and the platinum pieces. Counting up to 100 with gold, 5 for the platinum.
Oh, goodness. You good?
I'm dying.
Well, don't do that. We need you alive
It's
now.
been for years. It's fine.
We technically start dying as soon as we're born.
Wrong. We start dying as soon as we finish growing. So around 21.
But, yeah, it's about 25,
I
actually.
thought it was 25.
Whatever it is. Either way, I'm about there.
I'm dying. 26.
Thank God I still have 20 more years.
What?
5 today, huh?
Yep.
Alright.
Alright. So, Strider, you said Folx was splitting up the coinage?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So, once the room thing runs out, I know we don't have to stay together, but I feel like we should. I feel like it'll make things easier on us.
I mean, do you really know anyone else?
No, but, I mean, if you wanted to, you could always just find work on your own and make your own way here.
I'm used to usually working by myself, but in such a strange land, I think it would be wise to continue working together with you two, if you'll have me.
It's gonna work. Teamwork.